will rule over the Leaf Village with my power. Believe it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Neon Pow here, and this week we are doing part 10 to What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. That meaning, if you've not seen the previous video and or movie, I highly recommend you do so and have that linked in the description and in the card above, so make sure to check that out. Also, a whopping 90% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the juicy weekly what ifs. Also guys, we're gonna be doing 300 likes for this video because you guys have been making it way too easy in the previous videos because you guys are just beasts. Also, I will apologize ahead of time that this video will be shorter than the rest of them, but still as impactful and suspenseful as the others, so hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. We last left off our two Uchiha brothers heading out on a mission together that Danzo had randomly and not suspiciously assigned to. As they made their way out to the Konoha borders, Naruto, with a poker face, Chidori'd Sasuke in the back. However, the second that happens, similar to Itachi's jutsu, Sasuke bursts out into hundreds of crows. Naruto is confused about what is going on, and at first can't believe Itachi is still alive. However, standing before him is his only twin brother, Sasuke, looking overwhelmed with sadness after witnessing his brother attempting to kill him. Before the two left for their mission, Sasuke discreetly put Naruto under a small genjutsu since he wanted to see if Naruto would go through with the assassination. Naruto may have had the upper hand with physical prowess, but Sasuke's long history with the Sharingan and his overwhelming intelligence puts him over the edge into his mental prowess. Sasuke yells at Naruto, trying to get him to get the strength to snap out of the genjutsu Danzo has put him under. He further says they are the last remaining two Uchihas, and more yet, they are family. They shouldn't be fighting to the death. Unfortunately, Naruto brainwashing is so deep that he sees Sasuke not as his brother, but as an enemy to the Leaf and himself. He will kill him with his bare hands for the better of the village if he has to. Sasuke is so hurt by this that a tear begins running down his cheek. But he knows that this isn't the real Naruto. He can feel the real Naruto is still in there somewhere and believes that the jutsu he has been working on, Izanami, will be able to snap him out of it even at the cost of his own eye. The two start their brotherly battle to the death. Naruto begins the fight by releasing a forest devastation to provide himself with cover from Sasuke's genjutsu. This gives Naruto the cover needed to quickly close the distance between Sasuke and smash his brother with a powerful blow, sending him 40 meters back and knocking the wind out of him. As Sasuke emerges from the forest, he releases a flurry of Amaterasu and controlling its spread to only disintegrate the wood, as he doesn't want to kill his brother. He uses Naruto's confusion and lag to get the jump on him and smash him into the ground. However, since Naruto is just built different, he locks eyes with Sasuke and kicks him away, barely flinching with the devastating hit. As Sasuke backs up from the hit, he coughs up blood. Naruto is standing there before him looking like a ravaged animal, looking completely indistinguishable to Sasuke. Sasuke knows that he won't be able to defeat Naruto at this rate, and he must enact his plan now. Sasuke begins to yell, and he activates his Susanoo. He believes that this should give him the upper hand, since Naruto doesn't actually have the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan or the experience in this form when compared to himself. Naruto, seeing this, instinctively activates his Susanoo as well. Sasuke charges an arrow and sends it towards Naruto. Naruto, thinking he can just block it, misinterprets the speed of the arrow and his own Susanoo defenses. The arrow completely shatters the Susanoo's left side, leaving Naruto dazed. Sasuke uses his opportunity to grapple Naruto to the ground and begins wailing on his brother. As he is sending each blow, he is yelling at Naruto to snap out of it, you idiot! Then, for just a split second, Naruto begins speaking, saying, "Sasuke, is that you? What's happening?" However, Danzo, who is watching the battle from a distance, sends a pulse to Naruto's brain, adding more corruption and turning Naruto back into his brainless pawn. This brings him back into the fight, and he pushes Sasuke off with the force created by his sheer power. As this is happening, Sasuke yells, "Amaterasu!" and the black flames begin to engulf Naruto's Susanoo. The only way Naruto can survive from being consumed by the flames is to deactivate his Susanoo, leaving him in the base form. The constant chakra consumption of the Amaterasu gets to Sasuke, and his Susanoo form also deactivates. With the two brothers 10 meters away from each other and exhausted, they look to attempt a finishing blow. However, Sasuke has been doing other things during this battle. He has been creating specific instances needed for the Izanami to work, and all he needs to do now is activate it. Danzo from a distance noticed something is off about Sasuke and needs to finish him quickly. He screeches to Naruto inside his head to do it, end it all. Sasuke has already begun to activate the Izanami. However, before it can fully complete and his eyes loses his sight, Naruto activates his Mangekyo powers to stop time and in turn Sasuke right in his tracks. He then uses his other ability to turn his fist into a spiky metal. From the outside perspective, it looks like Naruto just teleported to Sasuke and impaled his brother right through the heart with his fist. Sasuke, internally sad that he just wasn't strong enough to save his brother, looks at Naruto and smiles. For Sasuke's dying last moments, he looks at his brother and is caressing his cheek. As Sasuke's about to open his mouth to tell Naruto his last words, he coughs up a black crow. This is the same crow that Itachi used to implant Shushui's other eye. Itachi had programmed it to be triggered in the worst case scenario, such as this. The Genjutsu reversal is a success in bringing the original Naruto back. However, when Naruto comes to, he sees his fist inside his brother's chest. Naruto begins shrieking from the sight he is bared with. He calls for Sasuke to wake up and to please say something. He has no idea what's going on and needs his only brother. Naruto slowly puts down his Sasuke's lifeless, bloodied body and begins quietly sobbing. Then begins to yell, getting angrier and smashing the ground. As he is doing this, he hears Danzo behind him. He says, "You have done well, my pupil. Now we can keep the leaf safe with no annoying trash mucking around." Naruto, hearing Danzo just call the only family he really knew trash, makes him snap. Naruto turns around to look at Danzo with a ravaging glare. What Danzo sees astonishes him. Naruto has unlocked the Rinnegan. However, not much time is left for Danzo to process this info, as in the next milliseconds, his head is on the ground and is looking up at his body. Unfortunately, this doesn't kill Danzo, as he activates the Izanagi in Shushui's eye. He was forced to waste it since he didn't want to die. However, Naruto isn't done in the slightest. Naruto continues to rip and shred Danzo to pieces, making him use up all his Sharingan to Izanagi one by one. Danzo is unable to get away and is feeling the pain of dying over and over again until he realizes he has no more Sharingan to use. Once he figures this out, he begins to grovel on the floor to Naruto to please spare him, as he didn't mean any harm to him or his precious brother. He was just doing everything he could to protect the village. Even though Naruto is fueled with rage, his gullibility gets to him, and he hesitates to kill Danzo. However, Danzo doesn't expect to die here alone, and since Naruto is no longer under his control, he no longer needs him, and he needs to dispose of the Uchiha trash. As the last ditch effort, he uses his opportunity to activate his self-destructing curse mark jutsu to annihilate everything within the vicinity. Naruto, seeing this, refeels his rage, and before Danzo can release the devastating blow, Naruto instinctively activates the human path of his Rinnegan and extracts the soul of Danzo. This officially confirms Danzo's fate, not even letting his soul to pass on. As the fighting has ended, Naruto begins to calm down slightly. He looks back around at the body of his motionless twin brother. Naruto just can't help to keep weeping at the sight. But before he loses all hope, Naruto feels his hand almost move automatically, and he begins signing for a specific jutsu. This jutsu being Rin Rebirth. After it is completed, a flash of light is produced, and Sasuke begins to start breathing again, and starts coughing. Sasuke looks around, unsure on what just happened, but then just feels Naruto hugging him tightly and crying profusely. Sasuke is about to ask Naruto what's wrong, but decides to just embrace his brother instead, and the two have their long-awaited reunion. After the two Uchihas have had some time to catch up after so many years and finally get some rest, they decided that it's time for them to head back home to the Hidden Leaf Village. As the two approach the wall and enter through the giant gate, the two immediately drop to the ground from the sight before them. The Leaf Village has been completely desolated, with nothing but a giant crater left in its current spot. And that's where we're leaving part 10 to What If Naruto Was an Uchiha. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment your opinions below, and share this video with everyone so we can keep growing the PowFam community. Now guys, I will catch you in the next one. Much love, Neon out.